Tactical 40K. We're going to talk about this new detachment, the Lions of the Emperor, Custodes. It is really good, in my opinion. Maybe it depends on what you like to do with Custodes. Shield Host is awesome. So I'm driving and doing this as well. But Shield Host is awesome. Its crit 5s are addictive, but Lions of the Emperor allows you to really accentuate your shooting. It gives you that +1 to win when you're outside of 6. It has some stratagems that allow you to use some units you're probably not used to using. I mean, I have been, but like with the Terminators, but allows you to do some cool things with them. You have some enhancements that are really allowing you to get loan up, increase damage output from units, increase attacks. It's pretty darn good at what it does, which is giving certain characters buffs, giving your army a buff, and then also allowing you to score, which is one of the things that Custodes really lack is unit count, because they're understandably so. And in Shield Host, you got like one stratagem for a battle line unit, where there's only one, that's guard, to sticky objectives. Other than that, you're trying to really calculate how you're going to use your assets in this army, because otherwise you don't have any assets to score with. So that's why you end up seeing like assassin in these lists, Custodes assassin, and maybe some sisters or whatnot. In this Lions of the Emperor, you get the ability, granted you lose the crit 5s in melee, but the +1 to wound helps you in melee and it helps you in shooting when you're outside of 6. But you get the ability to take, like, let's take Alorus Terminators and split them into multiple units, which will help you score. 1, it's going to help you a lot when it comes to scoring. 2, being able to give loan op to a beefy unit that has a 2-up, 4-up, maybe it's T7, maybe it has 4 or 5 wounds, or however you want to play that. That allows you to, 1, score on turn 1 when it comes to things like containment, or I think a few other ones that make you want to have to go out on the first turn and take an objective out there and put yourself at risk. Well, in this case, now you got that loan op with a little bit of toughness to them. Plus, you also have some other strats that go along with them. So if somebody on turn 1 is able to get within that 12-inch bubble, and they're able to take a shot at them, bam, you pop a strat, D6 move. You can do whatever you need to do, move them out of the way, put them in cover. There's a lot of synergies and possibilities in this detachment that you don't have in the Shield Host. Yeah, you give up those crit 5s in there, but you have stratagems that actually work on units, that do things, that help you score. The other thing is that what I really like, if you like Wardens in Blade Champ, if they're even though they got D or whatever, the points went up on them. What I really like is the 2-up, not fight on death, the 2-up get back up after you get killed. So I put that on a Blade Champ. I run my Blade Guard up, really coming at the enemy, and they're firing at them. You're popping the 4-up, feeling the pain. You keep going. You're killing things, and all of a sudden they finally wipe the unit, which inevitably happens. Then he pops back up, and he's still a threat to deal with. I don't know how many times I have the 1 Blade Champ left, and he's keeping people pinned back and dealing some damage here and there. So that just gives you that much more of him messing with the enemy's thought process and plans. What else? You have the fight on death, and it's like a 2-up for a character. That's cool, so you could do that as well. So next thing you know, you're there with the Blade Champ, with the whatever creation thing, enhancement. Bam, 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 they finally kill you immediately. You fight on death. You maybe get a couple of Wardens to fight on death. You get the Blade Champ to fight on death. Bam, he dies. Damn, bam, he pops back up. I mean, he's like the guy, it's like the fart that won't go out the window. He's, you can make certain combinations just really fun. If you play Horde armies, I mean, the +2 attacks with every 5 enemy, that gets kind of spicy. The enhancement I really like that gives you the +3 strength, the additional AP, the additional damage. You throw that on somebody, a shield captain, and he is a terror at 6 or 7 attacks, depending on what shield captain you pick. Flat 3 damage. It becomes pretty amazing. What else do you got? You have, like I said, the breakup strat for the Alaris Custodian. So you throw a big brick in somewhere, all of a sudden you draw engaged on fronts or whatever, something, and you're coming up the board, or you just want to, you're like in the command phase, I'm going to break them all up and I'm going to pull them up, and then I'm going to put them down, and I'm going to roll a bunch of 9-inch charges. There's a bunch of things that have been running in my mind with this. But anyway, you can start using them as scoring units. You can, really interdict the enemy by charging in these 4 wound, toughness 7 Terminators. It's good. It's really good. The other thing is some of the points drops on the shield captains allow you to do. The final thing we'll talk about, and I'm going to leave it here, is the strat to allow your dude to do his ability again. So you take a Trajan, he goes in there and he starts whacking people with his 6, his once per game ability, 12 attacks. Bam, you throw the strat, and he recharges that, and you can do it again the next turn. Or the 2-up invo, all of a sudden you get charged, you misconstrued something, you get charged, and they're attacking Trajan, something pretty powerful. You pop his 2-up invo, he uses that. Now the next turn you want to really slap this guy, or the next turn you can with the 12. So there's a lot of things there. Also, the regular shield captain, or the one that's spicy to me is the shield captain on bike. You go, you hit something in the fight phase, you move, or then you recharge that with the strat. Then the next time you go hit something again, bam, you make a normal move again. Man, it's pretty good. Or if you like the Alaris shield captain, he takes all damage down to 1, and you can do that again. There's a lot of cool things. Blade Champ, advance and charge. We can do that twice now. That really opens up a lot of possibilities for this. Granted, the only thing I can say with Shield Host is, hey, you're losing out on the crit 5s in melee. Oh well, but you're gaining all these maneuver tactics. You're gaining all these strats that are synergistic with the army. You're gaining firepower with the +1 to wound, and then you're negating some other abilities with the +1 to hit. You got things. You got tools. Also, or the last thing, you got some other points decreases. The only thing I can think of that's bad is, it's not even that bad, is you're going to be picking different units than you would with Shield Host. I'm really finding it a hard time building in with Venatari, which I really like. However, there's just certain things that I want in the list, and usually Venatari are one of them. But I'm like, do I really need them? Right now my current list has a 3-man squad of Venatari. They are good with the rapid ingress and and the flexibility of them. So I still want them in the list. I'm just finding it hard to get that second unit in there, because I still need that combined arms. I still need those tanks, the throwing down firepower. I still have, and now I want to incorporate some of the bikes, or at least a bike captain with loan op, in my personal opinion. So, I mean, we're still toying with the list, but I have a list built, and we got to go put it on the board and play it. But this detachment actually really excites me for Custodes and the possibilities. It's great. Like, it's taken my focus away from my Aldari army that I'm building a little bit, even though I just bought some Guardians for that, and then my Space Marine list, which I'm still debating on whether in the RTT which one I'm going to take, the Custodes list or my Raven Guard list. But anyway, I will, or Dark Angels, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But Lions of the Emperor, pretty awesome. Detachment, I wish they'd have came out with that in the Codex, because this is the type of thing we wanted and needed. They should have been at Solar Spearhead. They should have had this one, and they should have got rid of your champions. And even though that has a couple cool things, but it's just not as good as for the hero list as this one is. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Peace.